Twitch test 1 2 3. Twitch test 1 2 3. YouTube test 1 2 3. YouTube test 1 2 3. Hello there. We're live on Twitch and on YouTube, so pick your preferred platform. Apparently I can't tell you which one to go to, so I'm not going to do that anymore, but there is one you should watch on. Hello to all the live watchers, VOD watchers, live chatters, lurkers, hip hoppers, rockers, and everybody all around the world. I'm a little bit tired, but I've got my half-drank coffee. Probably get another one sometime this stream. Yummy. And we've got water. This is just regular old filtered tap water. Decided not to go with the fancy stuff today, and let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it's giving hints of water. So, water. The plan today is I'm going to go through some Wowhead news. Gonna go do some quick dailies that's not 11.2 related, and then gonna go into 11.2. Do that. I don't know if I'll do any dungeons. I might. I'd like to, but we'll see. Definitely want to start with the quests and do some achievements and stuff. But really quick before I do that, just some shout outs to some people who have recently subscribed here on YouTube since the last stream. Axel N, Cecily T, Kyron B, Super Slacker 247, Jesse B, Stefan N, Magnus R, Ken, Sven, Invagler, Gunnar, Ingi G, your name sounds familiar. Noam S, Stephen D, Zed is a different person. Kiknos, Little, Mark G, and Lexos. Thank you all for subscribing on YouTube. If you're here at all, appreciate you. So let's get started really quick with the Firefox news. Season 3 enemy health and damage adjustments for Mythic Zeros and Mythic Plus and Delves. Can I make this go away? No, that's not it. There we go. And Delves. As part of Season 3, let's see what the actual post says. As we prepare for the upcoming release of the patch, we are completing our final round of pre-release creature health and damage adjustments. Our goal is for combat times and overall difficulty to match what players experienced as they geared up over the course of Season 2. We believe this final set of changes should hit this target. In addition, since baseline Mythic Dungeons, aka Mythic Zero, will be available immediately within Ghosts of Koresh, we hope to ensure that the experience feels approachable for players who may not have had as much time to gear up. We will be slightly reducing creature health and damage in that difficulty. Okay, I like that. That makes it a little bit nicer for my alts to get in. So Mythic Zeros, creature health reduced by 2%, creature damage done reduced by 10. Mythic Plus in Tazavesh hard mode, creature health increased by 14, up from the 10% announced previously. And creature damage done reduced by 4%. In Delves, creature health increased by 10%? Why? Creature health increased by 10% in Outdoors. That's cringe. Delves do not need more health. If anything, they need less health and less damage output. Okay, 11.2 mounts you can obtain week 1. We can get this mount from a vendor. It costs 7 untethered gold, depending on the weekly quest, more than just a phase. Anything nice you can get? Oh, that's kind of nice. Reward for achievement lost in phase lost and found, which requires obtaining all phase lost weapons from phase diving Koresh. Okay. This is a rare. Actually, that reminds me. I should probably put on my add-on. Quite a few mounts. Okay. Well, that's it for the news. I wanted to see if there was any mounts. But what I should do is do Rare Scanner and Handy Notes War Within. Perfect. Those are the 2 that I need. And this what's it called? Dependency is disabled on Handy Notes. Add-ons, Handy Notes. So today's stream is earlier by a few hours because my landlord's coming in about 5-ish hours, which is usually like halfway through my stream, to fix my washroom. So I'd probably just gonna stream until then. Didn't really feel like stopping the stream midway or like streaming while they're here. So there's that. But just really quick, I can do this. Get 3 more skinning points. Skinning journal. Go into here. Boom. Done. It's all done. Skinning done perfectly. Enchanting is also completely done. I am now maxed out on all my professions on my warrior. I have nothing left. Hip hip hooray. But yeah, they're coming to fix the toilet. It's not getting water when it flushes sometimes, so. Oh my gosh, FPS drop. What is this stuff on the bottom of my screen? I don't like it.
The coreway must be protected.
Oh, okay, I guess that was that quest. Good thing I handed out. Oh wait, no, it's not. Why is it here again? Does anyone have this sparkling stuff on the bottom of their screen?
We are united.
The better part of Valor Stones. Collect 50 Valor Stones while adventuring. Oh,
Fair sky.
boy. I wish I didn't do all my world quests yesterday that gave Valor Stones. And then let's go... What does this guy give? This is for 10 arena skirmishes. I don't need that. There is some quest. Is this for the style, trial of style or something like that? Perfecto? Yeah. Okay, so we don't need those. So what I want to do next is, before I do that, I want to jump into a couple of world quests here out in the zone. I'll start off, I guess, going down here. So we're going to Crimson something or other. No, but actually, what is this? What is this? While dealing... Oh, it's gone now. In Dornogal. What is that? Yeah, it's only in Dornogal. I don't know what that's all about, but that's really annoying. So... I don't know, really annoying. It's kind of a stretch, but it's distracting. What do I have to do here? Crimson? Oh yeah, this one. Okay. So the only thing I've done so far is I cleaned up my warriors bags because I had removed everything from my bank. So all my legendaries, all my archaeology stuff, a bunch of other stuff, currencies and stuff. Remove that just in case the war bank or like the bank update failed, which it seems to have gone pretty smoothly, so that's pretty great. I spent I don't know, like 15 minutes or something putting everything back and reorganizing it nice and tight. And then I was wanted to stream a little bit earlier, but because I got up at 7 today. And went and did groceries, which I wanted to buy some lunch for tomorrow, going to the beach, and want to see if they had anything, which they didn't. Of course, they were just kind of preparing stuff, so I have to go back later. I was like, well, could have just went later to get groceries and save myself a trip, but whatever. I did that, and then I came home and was gonna stream. Like, well, what if I want to do some Mythic Plus or some Mythic Zeros rather? There's 4 more dungeons I haven't checked the what's it called for? The guides for. So those are Halls of Atonement, both Tazavesh's and Ecodome, the new one. Like, well, I should probably do that just in case I want to do some dungeons and get my big wigs or my little wig set up. So I watched those videos, and then I have 4 profiles: my melee DPS, my range DPS, my healer, my tank. So I had to go through all the abilities 4 times basically to make sure everything is emphasized properly. And then, hold on, how bright is this? Okay, of course. It was literally dark all day. Now it's gonna get this. Okay, that should be fine. So I did that, and then I was gonna stream after that, and I was like, well, I don't know why I'm kind of like cold, and I should I have gotten? I'll try to remember I got my Dark Moon after. But I'm a little cold, and I'm also still not awake. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to shower. I showered last night, but just to kind of wake myself up a little bit, because usually showers help. I went and did that. And then after I showered, I was going to stream, and I was like, oh, I still have my friggin' laundry that's hanging out to dry, so would like to put that away. So when my landlord comes, they're not just like seeing my underwear just chilling there. So did that, and then I could stream. So that's good. But yesterday was fun. I went to the amusement park with Costumes TV, and we had a very, very fun time. It was nice weather. It was so hot. I was like I think it was like 9:45 when we were still in line. Yeah, my back was already drenched in sweat. Overall, a great day. We were actually, I don't know. I was a lot more tired than I was in previous years. I think part of it was because the night before I couldn't really get to sleep, so I went to bed at 1, and I woke up at 7. But I didn't, like, my eyes were tired, but my mind wasn't. I was just kind of, like, thinking about, like, video ideas and, like, other stuff going on. So, I remember at one point I rolled over and checked the time. It was, like, 2:30. I was like, Jesus Christ. So, I was very tired. I did not have my coffee. So, I was more tired from that. And then, what else happened? yeah, then just all the walking, like my legs were just so tired. Like halfway through the day, I was just like, oh my god, I'm ready to sit down forever. So that was rough. The lines weren't too bad for the most part. There were some that were kind of longer than would be expected, but we had the fast pass stuff, so it wasn't that bad either way. But yeah, people for the most part seemed to be pretty cool. There was one ride where this, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why, I don't know why like younger people are like this, but there's a lot of attention getting. So there's this one ride where there was like a bunch of like we were on. So there's the last 2 rows, and then us. And the last 2, like the row right behind us, there were these like preteen or teenage girls who the ride hadn't even started yet. We were still like everyone was getting like we had just gotten our seatbelts all done up, and they were like making sure they give them the go ahead to go, and the girl just starts screaming bloody murder. We're going up the thing, screaming bloody murder. Like throughout the ride, screaming, which yeah, sure, makes sense. And then like we get to like we get to the end, and it's just like again we're just sitting there waiting for the roller or the cart to go into the thing so we can get out, and she starts screaming again. I'm like, bro, the ride's over. No part of this is fun for anybody. You just screaming like as loud as if you're being murdered. Like shut the front door. That was the only main one I remember seeing. Other than that, it was pretty fine. There's definitely a younger crowd, which makes sense. It's the summer, and it was a Tuesday, so that made sense. But yeah, that girl in particular would just really annoyed me. Other than that, everyone was pretty fine. Actually, the thing that kind of really cheesed me off, I was kind of I got more cranky because of this, and it kind of ruined the second half of the trip or of the day for me. Was so like a little bit afternoon, we went to go reapply our sunscreen, and I just kind of took like the method I do when I'm moisturizing my face at night. I just kind of did everything, including like just here at the eyes and stuff, and like 30 to 45 minutes later, it's just my eyes started to burn, just stung so bad because I guess like the sweat started like I don't know, going into my eyes with the sunscreen. Dude, my eyes were on fire. Like it hurt to open them, and then when I closed them, I didn't have to like squeeze or anything. It just I closed my eyes, and then a couple seconds later, tears were strolling down my face. And like my eyes became like very sensitive to the lights. Like if I was facing the sun, like that light, it was just I had to squint, and so I tried as much as I could to not face the sun. Even then, it wasn't that bad. Those are my alerts. It wasn't that bad, but it was still like very difficult. And no matter what, it just was not going away. I was getting so agitated because it's like, just with my shirt, I tried wiping it away, didn't help. I then tried putting some, I don't know why I get a napkin, but I got some water and poured it on my shirt and used like the wet part of my shirt to wipe that away, didn't help. And then I went to the washroom and splashed some water on my face and like washed out my eyes. And that helped for like 5 minutes. And then we got back in line once again. It was like my eyes were sensitive. That's not where I want to go to Awakening Machine. My eyes were sensitive to light again. I was just like, oh my god, this sucks. So like I spent a lot of time in lines just like with my eyes closed and tears streaming down my face. And it lasted for hours. Oh my god, it was so annoying. So that was awful. From like, I don't know, like 12:30 till 6. My eyes were just on fire. I'm ready to start chilling, sure. So we had there's like a pass you can get to eat food every like 2 hours. So the first one went to some like place that had burgers and stuff, and so you get like a burger or a hamburger, burger or a hot dog, then fries or mac and cheese as a side. I think that's it. The hot dog was like a foot long. It looked pretty sick, but I was like, I kind of just want a burger, to be honest. So it was a double cheeseburger. It's kind of small. I was like, I don't know if this will like fill me up, but like it'll definitely like give me a little bit of energy. And I got mac and cheese because every time I got fries in the past there, it was like they're very dry. So I was like, I always throw out half of them, so I'll just get the mac and cheese, which I thought was cold mac and cheese, but it was warm. So either way, I ate all that. But dude, the burger freaking filled me up. I was good. I could have probably not eaten until the evening, if that, and been okay. And then for dinner, we went and got a whole bunch of different options. But again, like one of the options was like a smoked brisket, which I'd gotten 2 years ago. I was like, wow, this is really, really dry and not good. And then last year when we went, I forgot that that was the thing. So I got it again. I was like, oh yeah, this is not good and very dry. And this year I remembered it was very dry and not good. So there weren't many other great options that I wanted. So I ended up going with the ribs, which I don't really like ribs because literally every ribs ever tastes the same. Which I've talked about this before, but like every time I say that, people are like, no, you have to go to like some sort of rib fest, or like, have you tried these types of ribs? Yes, every single ribs ever done by anyone ever tastes the exact same. Ribs all taste the same. I will fight to the death on that. There's nothing original about any other different types of ribs. Doesn't matter how they're made, who they're made by, they all taste the same. Anyways, so I had ribs, and again, they tasted the same, but they were much better than the brisket. And there was this like, I don't know, one rib, I guess, had some sort of like extra seasoning or something on it. It was like very salty. Oh my god, that part tasted so good. And then they had potatoes, which look burnt on the outside, but they weren't. It was just like, I guess that's just how they were seasoned or something, but they were so good. I was not, like, I thought I was gonna eat one or two, and I ended up eating all of them. They were great. And then we got a funnel cake, because Koth loves the funnel cake there, so we got some funnel cake there. I got strawberry funnel cake, and did not eat all of it. Honestly, I was mostly wanting the ice cream that came on top. Probably should just got an ice cream cone, because like I was so just tired and hot, and that ice cream was just so hitting the spot. And I could tell too, it was hitting the spot, but I was also realizing, oh, I'm really, really thirsty, because like this is like my stomach thinks this is like a drink, because like that trigger of, hey, I'm thirsty, was hitting every time I had part of this ice cream. So yeah, there was not enough ice cream there for me, but there was that. On one of the rides, there was this guy that we ran into. I guess he was a solo rider, and he had a season pass. He came from like a friggin' hour and a half away. I was like, bro, like that's insane. But he worked 20 minutes away, so he had the day off, so he came to the rides and stuff. I was like, cool. So we were talking, and just talking about stuff. But like one of the things I noticed, like he had like a sweater on. It's like hot outside. Like it's hot. Like with a sweater, you could see like the sweat dripping off of his face. Like he was hot. I was like, bro, aren't you hot in that? And he was just saying stuff about how like he's, you know, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold. Sometimes he's yes, sometimes he's no. And so he goes to the ride, has that sweater on, and then we run into him on one or two other rides. And I noticed that like he didn't have his sweater on in the line, but then like right before we go on, he puts the sweater on each time. I'm like, huh. I wonder what that's about. But I never ended up asking him. But yeah, no, overall, very fun time. I don't know how many rides we went on in total. Probably, if I had to guess, probably somewhere between 15 and 20, which is kind of the least amount we've done since we've gotten Fast Pass. I still think it was worth it though. I had a great time, and yeah, the amusement park is fun too because it's like literally the entire day. Like your goal, your objective there is just to have fun. Nothing else on your mind but having fun. So like outside of like my eyes burning and me hating that portion of it, I had like the whole purpose is just to sit there having fun. So like it's a day filled with dopamine essentially. And I was wondering like if I had a season pass and I went like every day or like once a week or whatever, like I wonder how. I wonder if it would ever get old. Like if that feeling of like today's just about having fun, if that would get old, and if so, how long would it take? All right, so this is done. I'm mainly doing this for the restored coffer keys, which by the way, I need to double check my what's his face, because I actually want to do that now because I'm kind of curious. My priest, because when I was looking at my currency tab, my priest yesterday said it had a restored coffer key, which I thought those were getting deleted because they got deleted from season 1 to season 2. The season 1 keys got deleted, but I noticed yesterday that the keys when I logged in on my warrior didn't have the season 3 tag on them, and like Bagginator said I had one on my priest. So I was like, well, if that's true, I just spent a lot of time doing delves in the last couple of weeks for no reason because I just casually did them over the next few. And probably actually saved like on my priest or on my shaman and my paladin. Could have saved some keys there. Let's see. Currency. Okay. Oh, they did take it away. Okay. See, I for a second I thought they didn't. So that makes me feel better. Back to EU. That monk is actually still in Tazavesh. Probably should take him out because he's not going to be able to do that for the next, I don't know, August, next like 6 months. And tomorrow I'm going to the beach. I mentioned that earlier, but pretty excited about that. I haven't gone to the beach in forever. The last time I went to the beach was like 2012, I think. And it kind of scarred me because I fell asleep on the hottest day of the summer with no shade. And I woke up just completely burnt. Like, what is this stuff on the bottom? I don't know. Wait, whoa, I got 50 coffer key shards from that? That's a lot. But yeah, I fell asleep on the hottest day of the summer, woke up, and like I was already... Like, you know how sunbirds slowly... Actually, hold on. Speaking of sunbirds, I didn't get sunburned yesterday at all, which is the first time I've ever gone to that amusement park and not gotten sunburned. Like, my legs, I don't know. When I was showering, like, I felt a little bit of something, but I don't see anything on there. So I don't know what's going on, but like, there's no burn at all on me. And I'm so happy about that because I don't like burns because of the story coming up here. So, fall asleep, hottest day of the summer, wake up, and I'm already feeling like it's usually like a sunburn will slowly kind of, you know, get a little bit hotter, and usually like that night or like the next morning, like, oh wow, this sucks. But like, even just on the car ride home, like it was hard to move. So it got to a point where the burns were so bad that like within, I don't know, I think it was like within like 5 or 6 days, my entire stomach was filled with blisters. And they weren't like, like you get a blister on your hand. If you open it up, it hurts. Like it's very sensitive there. It wasn't like that. It was just like these bubbles basically. And like, it was like my it's just like loose skin. If I peeled one, a bunch of liquid would come out of it. It was disgusting. So my stomach was filled. When I say filled, I'm not exaggerating. Filled with these blisters. It was disgusting. And the burns were so bad that I couldn't move. So like the first few days, like I was literally crying because I could not. Everything hurt. Everything hurt. So like I couldn't, like for example, my hand. If I went like this part, like the middle part of my hand, like I felt skin tearing apart. So I couldn't move my hand past this because any sort of movement like that would just rip everything here. My legs, like my thighs, I couldn't kneel. Like my legs had to be straight because again, same thing. If I bent my knee at all, the pulling of that skin would feel like ripping. It was excruciating pain. And ever since then, I've been like, no, I don't ever want to get another sunburn. I mean, I've gotten sunburns, and they've never been that bad. But I think, obviously, like, just don't fall asleep hottest day of the summer. Also, why did no one wake me up? Why not? I don't know. But, like, I know that's not going to happen. It'll just be a lot. So, in general, I just try to be a lot more cautious about wearing sunscreen or, like, just when I'm out in the sun. But, like, I'm terrified of, like, a bad sunburn again because that sucked, dude. That was awful. It was literally like I think in a week's time I was able to go back to work, which that sucked too because I work in a factory and it was the summer. In the factory in the summer, it was whatever was outside, it was like double that in the factory because I worked like right by the oven that made the food that we had. Holy bro, like I was like, the sweat that I had was piercing the bubbles and popping them on its own. I was just literally wet. It was disgusting. But I was able to work. It was still in pain. I think it was like 4 weeks before I was like actually good. It sucked. Darth, what's up, buddy? I had the same problems after Taco Tuesday with the hearts. Gross. Taco Tuesday. How's it going, Darth? Congrats on your overcharged delve mount. I don't have to spend, was it like 15,000 undercoin this season to get that? Yeah, that's why like I'm nervous about going to the beach tomorrow, but I'll have shade, I'll have sunscreen, and be smart about it. But I'm excited though, cause like been wanting to go and just explore, or not explore, but like just enjoy the view of the water, like jump into the water and like go swimming a bit. So that'll be fun. And I figure if I'm on vacation, may as well not spend literally all of it inside the house. Then when I get home, I'll probably spend some time playing the... Hopefully, I don't know if I have access to the Battlefield 6 beta. The site for the Battlefield Labs, I'm able to log into, which people are saying if you can log in, you have Battlefield Labs. But there's no email that I got for the Battlefield thing. Beta invite, so... I don't know, I guess I'll see. It'd be nice, because this weekend I've got some stuff going on that I probably won't be able to play a whole lot. So I'll have to wait until next weekend, which next weekend is just going to suck because it's the last weekend before my vacation ends. And then I go back to work on the Tuesday. So, we'll see. Got a dentist appointment in a bit, but not too bad otherwise. Nice. Is it just a regular checkup or like one of those, what are they called, surgeries? Is that surgery when you go to the dentist? I guess so. Yeah, today it's like overcast. Looks like it's gonna rain. Honestly, it looks like a dreary October day. Maybe even September. So, which I'm excited for. September to December is my favorite time of year. I'm very excited about it because that's coming up. We've got September is just, you know, kind of like it's, I don't know, just September. Everything starts up, like training camps for sports start up then. It's kind of like the fall season begins. October is Halloween and spooky season, plus also like it kind of gets into sweater weather. And then November is just November. I guess there's nothing special about November, but it's like almost Christmas. So I'm excited because of Christmas, and December is Christmas. So, which this year is gonna be rough because I don't have any vacation time for Christmas. So we'll see if I regret taking this time off. One filling, but the dock is great. Nice. Hopefully it goes well. We haven't had any major rain here in so long. We got a water usage warning, really? We've only seen once before. Damn. I think it's been a couple weeks at least. Not a week since it rained, but I know some parts are, what's it in Vancouver Island? Dry as hail, apparently. Lots of fires. That's nuts. Alright, what do we got after this? We've got... oh, that's the last one. So I have to go to Ashka Head, actually, and just double check to see what the weekly is. Well, the weekly's going to do, like, the 100% objectives. Or do, or help, or aid whoever for 100% of the quest. I'll do the Siren Isle stuff off stream, because I don't really want to spend 20-30 minutes on stream going to Siren Isle again. What do you think of SummerSlam? Night 1 was, I think, better. The main event was exactly... So I didn't know it. So I was like, I feel like Seth is actually hurt because they've never seen him do something like that before. But like, just from like people speculating, I was like, oh man, that would make a lot of sense. Like if Seth comes back and like cashes in, because you know he said he's never gonna keep, or he never wants, or he's gonna make sure Punk is never champion. The other thing I don't like though is that it makes absolutely no sense in story wise, because like, why did Seth get injured? Like why did he fake this injury? Because he had no guarantee that Punk was gonna win. And regardless of the injury, he could have still cashed in on Punk. So what was the point of getting injured? So that is dumb as hell. But the ending was awesome. Night 2 had some pretty good matches. I'm trying to think what there was. The TLC match was the amazing cluster F I thought it was going to be. That was so good. Cena, Cody, the best match Cena has had since he's come back. That was awesome. The whole dropping of the heel act was dumb as hell. That was such... historic heel run possible. No, we're just gonna throw it away on a random SmackDown 2 days before his match. Dumb as hell. Storyline wise, I hate literally everything that happened with that. But the match is good. Not excited about Brock. Could not care less about this dude suplexing John for 35 minutes and then doing nothing. God, I hate him so much. And the women's triple threat was good. What else was there? I'm surprised AJ didn't win. I thought AJ was going to beat Dominic, but Alas. But overall, I thought it was decent. What about you? They got me with this swerve. I said if it was a work, that was the dumbest finish to a match against Knight ever. Yeah, that like makes no sense. Like why? Like what did it did nothing for Knight. Like he's done. I don't think he's been on TV since. And if he has, I haven't watched Raw yet. But if he has, like nothing. To be honest, like I'm definitely in the minority, but I don't I don't really care that much about Knight. Like I hate to talk, but his matches suck. Even him talking, like I don't really care that much about him talking anymore. But yeah, no, I think it was fun for the moment, but when you like take a step back and think about it as a whole, it's like, well, what was like, why did we do this? My nose. Okay. Let's go do these real quick. I'll blow my nose 1 sec. Thought it was a solid pay-per-view. Probably didn't need to be two-nighter. I agree. I definitely think they could have... not everything that was on the match or on the cards needed to be, but I think it's permanently going to be a two-nighter now, and I can definitely see them doing 2 Survivor Series or 2 nights for Survivor Series, 2 nights for Rumble, maybe 2 nights for Money in the Bank. Yeah, I don't like the 2 nights. For WrestleMania, yeah, sure. Like that's the biggest show of the year. Let's get as many people on there as possible. Like a lot of stories pay off there. Like that's the season finale and stuff. But I hate so much that we're doing 2 nights for SummerSlam and then moving forward everything else. Speaking of which, enjoy paying for more for PLEs in 2026 at the ESPN. Why is that? Can't you still get it on Netflix? I mean, Netflix is always increasing prices anyway, but. I'll grab this, go up here, and hand that in. Okay, so then after these quests, we'll go to the new zone, check that out, and start questarinoing in there. Let me turn this up, actually, because I can't really hear the music that much. There we go. ESPN got the rights to PLEs starting in 2026. I mean, there's always ways around that. Not saying, but I'm saying. Know what I'm saying? Dude, how many freaking things are gonna air WWE content? Like, there's Netflix, there's now ESPN, there's Peacock, there's USA, which I think that's ending. No, they re-signed. I think they. They've got still the network in some places. They've got the CW for NXT. They've got Tubi and YouTube for Evolve. Wow. 7. That's 7 by my count right there. PLE's falling off the back of a truck left and right over here. Yeah, I don't know. ESPN is taking over Peacock. Well, all that I want is for Netflix or wherever they want. I don't care where they want or where they put it. I just want there to be all of the episodes of every wrestling show dating back to like the 80s if possible. Like I would love to see like I don't know what they did. Like I don't know if they had weekly shows or monthly shows or like what was televised and what was not. But like I would love to have all those shows leading up into like the first WrestleMania and then eventually when Raw premieres in 93 and then watch every Raw episode week to week. And oh, I got the friggin' pet battler. Nice. Oh my god, that's 5,000 pet battles. Wow. Good for me. I should probably written that note down that time so I know when to grab that for the video. Work, August 6th. That was around 40 minutes. 5K pet battles. But yeah, then like watch all the Raw episodes, and then when Nitro starts or whatever WCW had at the time, like watch them in tandem, and then same with ECW, like go into the Monday Night Wars and watch all the stuff I missed from like 03 to 2012 or whatever when I came back. I would love to see like the rise of Hulk Hogan or like Ric Flair. Ric Flair probably like he probably goes back even further, but like I'd love to see someone like the Ringmaster come in and suddenly he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll like see the debut of The Rock and go through all that. Do I have 50 stacks? I do. Yeah, I don't know. I've wanted that for so long, and I was hoping they were gonna do that with Netflix, but there's a lot of stuff missing there, which is really annoying. Where is this? Netflix up here in Canada has a fairly large selection. Was just watching WrestleMania 4 the other night. I know they have stuff. Like I'm pretty sure they have most, if not all, the pay-per-views. It's just that last time I checked, like for example, Raw. I think they have the first episode, and then there's like months-long gaps, and then they have other stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff missing, which like, I don't know what the significance is of the episodes they do have, but. Yeah, I've been wanting to do like a historic watch through of all the wrestling content. Cause yeah, too, seeing like the rise of Nitro and like getting into the Monday Night Wars. I was like a kid when that stuff was happening. I'd never watched WCW. Like I heard about it, but I never watched it. So it'd be cool to see like what exactly was going on when they popped off in, was it 83 weeks? Bischoff's podcast is called, something like that, and see kind of how that all happens. Like see each, like every once a month, see the pay-per-views. That's what I want. So I'm hoping like sometime during this Netflix partnership they do that. I think I killed this guy, didn't I? I was over here. This guy did not. Oh no, I didn't. Hopefully during the Netflix partnership they do that, because it would be nice for me. That's bright again. Classic. I just switched where I'm sitting to. Ugh. That's good.